Attending Stampin' Up! Events is one of my favorite things to do, and to be inspired by others' creativity and learn about new products. Yesterday, I attended Stampin' Up's first Creativity Now event, and I wanted to share with you some new products. And one of the cards that we made yesterday as well. So I'm going to make that here with you. My name is Amanda Farlinger, and I help busy women create memories while crafting cards and scrapbook pages using stamps, ink, and paper. So the event yesterday was a virtual event, and I don't know how many demonstrators joined in, and it was crafting. It was 4 hours of stamping projects, learning about 2 of the new suites, and that will be in the new catalog that comes out in July 1st, and also learning from others on what projects we can make with those products. And I have so many ideas that I'm looking forward to sharing with you over the next few months as I get more new product and be inspired by it and create more cards and scrapbook pages. So what I'm going to show today is the Santa Express suite. So I've laid it out here on my table for you, and it's something that if you order the whole suite, like I did, you have one number, so one item number, and that's all you need to put in, rather than having to put in the, I don't know, 7 codes, 6, 8, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know how many codes, but it is, for Canadians, $146.75 will get you everything here. All right, so you might think that's a lot, but when you think about how much you get, or if you were a demonstrator, then you could have 20% off of this. That sounds pretty good too. All right, so first up, we're going to start with some embellishments. So we have these adhesive backed stars. So there's 2 different sizes. So those are kind of fun. We have this iridescent trim. And is it going to show you? Yep, see that sparkle? That looks fun. And it's like a sweater trim with sparkle. And we have a new embossing folders. So one is mountains with snow. The other one is like a town on a hill. All right. Then we have memories and more cards. So I'm really excited about this for Christmas. I like doing a December daily, so these cards will be perfect for that. So I'm looking forward to doing some pages, some maybe 6x8 pages and some 12x12. And like, look at, there's some like, not vellum, but it's the most wonderful time of the year. And merry and bright, some snowflakes. This one says ho ho ho, and then these, like, I think they're, I don't know if they're sticky back. I don't think they are, but like foam, but looks like wood. So those are really, really pretty. So I look forward to using those. I'm going to set those up there. As well, there's these 20 note cards and envelopes. Oh, come on. So 10 in green, 10 in red, with coordinated envelopes. And these are designed to work with these. So if we take, let's say we take this Candy Cane one, and we take one of these red cards, you could use the red as the front rather than the polka dots and put candy canes on it. And then it's layered, so you have that nice little edge all the way around the card. I'll be making some of those cards, so don't worry. I'll be sharing more ideas using these as we go along. All right, so we'll put those up there. Then we have the stamp set and dies. Now, if you know me, my stamp set, my dies go in a clear case. So I have some magnet sheets. So here are the dies, and I love the little track and all the little things. So like there's a bow, and I think that, yeah, that's for the stars. And I'm not sure what that one is. but there's the candy canes, and this is for like here. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. But anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. And then the smoke, this little wreath, some more smoke, and some posts. So that'll be fun. And this little stamp set, Santa Claus on the train. You can put a lot of different things in here. There's the tree you can put in, the presents, the little penguin. He's so cute. And I love the sentiments here. Elf approved and sleigh delivered. Merry Christmas. Special delivery just for you. Santa Claus is coming to town. You make the season jolly. So that's the Santa's delivery stamp set. So if you purchase it with the dies, it is $66.50. So you do receive a 10% discount when you purchase these together. Now the last thing in this suite is the designer paper. So this is the Santa Express designer paper, and it has these, like this is fa la la la, ho ho ho, and some other great designs. And it uses Poppy Parade, Petal Pink, Granny Apple Green, Evening Evergreen, Shaded Spruce, and Mint Macaron. And I didn't think Poppy Parade would be a great color for Christmas, but it's actually turning out pretty good. So then we flip this over. Oh, let's turn it around too. So this here would be really cute along the bottom of a scrapbook page. Cut these strips off, and you can put these on cards. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do 8 cards with one sheet, and you get 2 sheets each. So it's 12 designs, 2 sheets of each one. So you get 1, 2 of these sheets. And then these trees are just gorgeous. Like this one here, like has the icy, like not really leaves, but on the branches. That's what I'm looking for. And all these presents. And then you could cut out, so this here, you can use this die. We're actually going to use the Santa Claus engine one today for the card. And then aren't these cute? Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and some presents and some trees. It's just lovely. And then this is what we're going to use. So what we're going to do is I like putting my paper in a big zipper bag. And this here, I've already cut it, but right between here, there's enough room to trim a piece like so. So that way I can use my favorite paper snips. And we're going to just, I mean, you could cut this out with your paper snips if you wanted, because it doesn't take long to trim out that. But we're going to grab the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I want, make a mess. All right, so we have our Santa Claus all done up. You don't even have to color him. You can, I mean, you can stamp this and color it in with blends. So they used a different suite yesterday during the Creativity Now event, but I wanted to use something Christmassy for my cards. So I decided to get this suite so that I could make the projects and I'd be partway ready for Christmas. All right, so that actually worked pretty good. I like that. Need my little garbage can. There we go. So now while I have this out, I am going to cut the track. So I have some basic black, and we're going to grab the little track and put that down and run that through. And then we're also going to do some embossing with the embossing folders. Oopsie. So we're going to do some embossing here in just a minute. Just going to pull off the track. There we go. See, little track. So hopefully that works. There's the other little pieces. All right, so now we have these embossing folders. So I think we're going to use the town one. And I have a piece of mint macaron. They used Calypso Coral for their project because that's what coordinated with the, I think it's Splendid Day Suite is what they used. Now, this is 5 1/4 by 4. And I figured if I did like, excuse me, something like this, I might have a line across here, but I was hoping to put the tracks there. So we need, I have to refresh my memory. So I think we just use, yeah. So I don't need platform 2. So it's great that Stampin' Up! Has the directions right on the platforms. So we have the 2 plates, because this is not a 3D embossing folder. And we just roll it through. Now this embossing folder, the small one here, does fit in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But because I wanted to emboss a larger piece of cardstock, I needed to use the regular size machine. Now it's sticking to my table. All right. So see, there's a little bit of a line down here, and that's why I wanted to line up the top of my cardstock with the top of the folder. And it's very staticky now. All righty. So we're going to grab some liquid glue and put a little bit of glue on here. And this, I think this would be a great stamp set to be able to do other, like if you're not big on the train or coloring the train each time, the presents in the tree, I can see making other projects with that. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. So there, we'll just put the little track right there. And we're going to use a piece of thick basic white. I'm looking for something that's not even on the desk. A bone folder so I can make my, I have it scored, my score line crisper. So I can't link to everything yet, but I will type everything up in the description down below so that you have an idea of what I've used. And then I'll come back on just after July 1st and add in all the links. So if you joined as a demonstrator now, and I'll have that link, it's what was it? join.fromwhereistamp.ca. So if you wanted to join and you are in Canada, you can go join.fromwhereistamp.ca, and that will take you directly to the spot where you can sign up to be a demonstrator and purchase the starter kit. And then you can add in items. So $165 worth of product for $135 and no shipping. So then you can get some of these products or the whole suite and see if there's something else small that you can add on to it to reach the $165. So that would be my suggestion, is the best way to get it now. Or if you wait till July 1st, then you can place an order online, and I'll have the links down below. So we're just using some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. They talked yesterday during the event about popular, like what the, in the month of May, I think it was, what product sold the most for, I don't remember if it was embellishments or what it was. Anyhow, dimensionals. Dimensionals were one of the best-selling items in May, which I thought was kind of strange, but maybe not, because you always need dimensionals. So we're going to put the little Santa Claus. Oh, wait. I'm going to put Santa Claus over here because, oh, do I put it here and have the sentiment coming out? Ooh, that's cute. I like that. All right, sorry. I'll make a mind. There we go. So there's our card. You kind of, it's hard to see the backdrop there. There we go. That's a little better. So which one? I liked Elf Approved and Sleigh Delivered, even though it's not a sleigh. It should be fine. It's cute. All right. Elf Approved, Sleigh Delivered. I don't think I'm going to put any trim like this, the iridescent trim on. I mean, I could, but I didn't. I think I'm going to put the stars. I'll do some stars. Okay, Elf Approved, Sleigh Delivered. And whenever you're stamping a photopolymer, it's better to have some kind of foam mat or something underneath. And I pulled out Poppy, Parade, and Evening Evergreen, and also Memento. I wasn't sure which color I wanted to stamp the greeting. And I think I'm going to go with green. Just because the background is a light green, I'm going to do a dark green for the sentiment. Now I'm going to, oops, I need to cut this down. That's what I was going to do. This piece of paper is too wide. So I wanted to do something maybe an inch, because I think that's like 1.25 inches. There we go. That's a little better. And then it'll be like the sentiment is coming right outside the train, like out the back of the train. So that's pretty cool. All right. So we'll stamp it right here. Not too bad. Of course, make sure to clean your stamp with a Simply Chamois is my suggestion. All righty. Now what I'm going to do is grab those snips again, and we're just going to make a little flag. Actually, my little flag is too long. I didn't put the sentiment over far enough. So I want a little flaggy end. I should be able to just slip this underneath the edge of that train. So we'll just trim it there. And I don't want to put this on dimensionals. I smushed it a bit. That's okay. Alrighty. So put some glue on the back. Like so. And should be able to slide it right under there. There we go. That works. What do you think? I like how that turned out. I know. Now, it's been a while. Is there anything in my Wink of Stella? Wink of Stella, I'm going to put a little bit. If you watched a video of mine months and months ago, I tried to use Wink of Stella for a watercolor project for another card, and it was completely empty. And I thought I had another one. It was completely empty. So I don't know. I think this is the new one because it's actually giving me a little bit of stuff. So I'm just going along here and just adding some sparkle. And you can add it onto the houses too, but can you see the sparkle? Sparkle, sparkle. All right, so next up, we're going to add in a couple of the small adhesive back stars. And then I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do with this card. So this turned out really different than how Stampin' Up's card did that they showed us yesterday. But that's what I love about the products. You can take the idea and make it your own. We'll put one more. We'll put it right up here. So as a reminder, if you live in Canada, after July 1st, I will have a link to all the products down below. And if you'd like to earn some, or not earn, but purchase these items before July 1st, the starter kit is the best way to go. And it's $135. And if you visit join.fromwhereistamp.ca, you'll be able to pick up those items. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.